Hello everyone and welcome back to the Buggsly series. There's going to be a lot more combat and action in this episode, so I hope you're prepared. We are not going to be exploring very much in this episode, so keep that in mind, but there is going to be a lot of training and mining again. Speaking of training, we were now somewhat able to fight skimmers, although our gear not being the best since we couldn't really get hiver armor yet for our hivers. They were still upholding very well. Buggsly was still very behind in training because he kept getting enslaved, so yeah. After patching his friend up and putting him at the local bar, Buggsly thought it would be a good idea to get some dodge training in on some skimmers. But like most encounters in the early games of Kenshi, you're beat up and left to die by your enemies. So we had Wee come on over and help Buggsly, cause why not? So let me explain some of the main goals of this episode real quick. We want to recruit these hivers right here, and we want to give them, Buggsly, and Wee some strength training. And I'm probably going to be utilizing the skimmer food as much as possible, since most hivers besides hive princes can eat basically anything. While training on a skimmer, Buggsly learned of a new power that he had after screaming as loud as he possibly could. It's kind of like how God has the power to say let there be light, but Buggsly says let there be fling. Buggsly wanted to test on some bandits, starving bandits to be more specific, so he did. Buggsly got knocked, so we didn't want to risk getting beat up by a skimmer, so they waited for Buggsly to get up to continue fighting it. I know that may have looked like an attempt to look like I didn't die, but I promise I didn't. We both ran away and we're just fine. We did almost beat the skimmer in a fight, but I didn't want Buggsly going down with Wee. I didn't want to risk either of them dying, which would have ended the run entirely. So, yeah. Like most American citizens, Buggsly is poor, so he had to sleep on the floor while his friends slept in the nice bar. While Buggsly was asleep, he was dreaming about his bounty going away. Because it had been so long since he got it, and it had been so long since he hadn't had a bounty. When daylight came, he sold all of his copper and teeth and raw meat. With the acquired funds, he had hired another friend to join him along his journey. I want everyone to say hello to Bugster. He's the cool member. He's very tall and he's very epic. He joined us in mining for copper to help us get our money up. And after helping us get our money up for a little, he decided to train his athletics. Buggsly decided to give him his old katana since he really didn't need the dexterity anymore, at least for a little bit. Some slave hunters thought we would be easy pickings since he saw Bugster mining, so we beat him up, along with his friends who thought they could beat us up, but Buggsly was a master at kung fu now, as you could tell. We rose victorious because of how pro we were. Our next plan of action was to hire this guy. After we continued mining for a while, we went to the local supermarket and sold off all of our goods. And bought some bandages because, well, we kind of needed bandages. And I think we had about $12,000 at the time, so we hired the recruit. He was quite a cool guy, so he was built very well and very strong, as you could expect from a hiver. After getting our new recruit named Boulder, we looked around the bar looking for some more recruits. And we saw a soldier drone who looked pretty cool, so we had him in mind. We couldn't afford that soldier drone though, so we sat our sights on the other drone in the bar for when we had enough money. When they were mining, an escaped slave tried to beat them up, so they showed the slave what they were made of. Although their combat skills weren't the greatest, they could at least beat someone in shackles, so pretty good. Buggsly and we were training on some skimmers again, like usual, trying to get their stats up. With more party members, there's more room for error, so one of our party members came over and healed the both of them. After our party members healed themselves up, Buggsly saw a worker drone who was lost in the distance. It reminded him a lot of himself when he first started out. Kicked out, nowhere else to go in this world. Buggsly thought about it day and night while he mined, while his party members helped him mine and train. But while he was mining, he also noticed his bounty was almost gone, so he was quite happy. After he got done mining for the next few nights, he decided to go and sell again. This time he made a lot of money, so maybe he could finally hire that soldier drone. But for now, he focused on his current members in the squad, buying them new armor so they could actually tank a few hits. So they continued mining, trying to make some sort of profit. In the morning, after the crew had rested up a little bit after mining, Buggsly realized his bounty was gone. The crew jumped around in excitement. The others didn't really know how long Buggsly had been in this bounty for, but we knew it had been days. While Buggsly and we were mining, they realized they need food, so they started hunting since they were strong enough to do so now. Buggsly could now solo baby Garu. Maybe in the next episode he'll fight some adult Garu. This may not seem like a lot, but for a hiver, this is really impressive. They only have 75 health in all of their limbs. And their genetics make it harder for them to train, so I think Buggsly was doing really good. I forgot to mention this earlier in the episode, but yeah, one of the members did die. That would be Jakku. So, that sucks. So, they bought some better armor for Wii, since his chestplate was shoddy grade. It is now standard grade or high grade, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys look forward to part 7. Goodbye.